Hey guys, it's Cheddar with Real Airguns. Today I'm going to be doing a tabletop review of the Colt Python 357 6-inch CO2 steel BB revolver. It's manufactured by UMAREX. It weighs in at about 2.75 pounds, shoots in both single and double action, shoots 4.5 mil steel BBs, holds up to 6-round capacity in the cylinder, and it shoots at approximately 400 feet per second. And this is the box it comes in when you purchase it. 400 feet per second, 6-round capacity, swing out cylinder, full metal, rear sights, 12 gram CO2, and steel BBs. And on the back it does show some specs. Includes speed loader, 6 cartridges. Here's the speed loader it comes with, and it comes with 6 cartridges like that, and also comes with a manual, of course. So I'll just show you a walk around the gun quickly here. It's pretty well all metal. Python 357 Magnum CTG. There is some Colt licensing here. The grips are a rubbery plastic feel to them. Some Colt branding, some warning writing here. Caliber 4.5 mil, and serial number, and license trademark of New Colt Holding Corp here, written on the side. This revolver is built being mostly all metal. Only plastic parts that I could really find were the grips and the shell tips. The gun is about half a pound heavier than the Dan Weston revolvers as well. It's a very close replica to the real steel Colt Python 357, other than the grips, of course. And now that I bring up the grips, why don't I show you where the CO2 goes. It goes in the bottom of the grip here. You just take your wrench, you loosen the cap off. You would take the cap out, slip your CO2 into the grip, cap back on, and you just tighten it with your wrench until the CO2 is pierced. And you'll hear it when it gets pierced. The next thing I want to go over with this revolver is the safety on it. And the safety is located just below the trigger here. And it is quite firm as it is new. Has to get worked in a bit. F for fire, S for safety. And the sights too. The sights are a peep sight, and they're both fairly dark sights, which may make it harder to look through at a target. The next thing I want to go over is the trigger pull. In both single and double action is actually really good. In my opinion, better than the Dan Weston revolvers. And the hammer is very well made on this Colt Python. If you see here, there is no wiggle at all. And when it's cocked, also no wiggle. The Dan Westons, the Crossmans, and the Smith & Wessons all have wiggle in their hammer. I brought my Crossman 357 just to show an example. See that wiggle? There is no wiggle in the Colt Python. The next thing I'm going to go over is how to load the revolver. So you just open up your cylinder, like so. And you can manually do it, like this. The BBs go into the tip of the shell. I prefer to load it like this. It's kind of like a Clint Eastwood way type. I don't think he had a speed loader back in the day. just like that, and then she's ready to go. Or you can use your speed loader, which is a very efficient way, especially if you have more than one speed loader and more than 6 shells. It's very nice. You just open up your cylinder again, line up your shells to the cylinder. You just like that. You're ready to go. There also is an injector rod to take out your shells right here. Push it and they can inject, but usually they shoot out and fall on the floor or whatnot, so I just tend to fall them into my hand and it doesn't mark the shells up as much. So I'm basically done with my tabletop review here. I'm just gonna go over some pros and cons of the revolver. Using actual shells makes it feel real and definitely makes it more realistic. Being mostly all metal design, it's well made, great finish, great weight. It's the heaviest of the shell loaders. It has easy trigger pull in both single and double action. Lots of shots for the CO2, and the sights are fully adjustable for windage and elevation. And just a few cons. Wish the grips were a little more rubbery. They are more plastic than rubber, so I just wish they had more of a rubber feel to them. When I did shoot this revolver, the FPS did fluctuate a little bit, and the sights being both dark in front and back sights just makes it a little harder to shoot where you want on the target. But that tops off my tabletop review, guys. So again, thanks for watching Cheddar with Real Air Guns, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe.